Hey everyone, ever felt like your world's been turned upside down, leaving you lost and questioning everything you thought you knew? Trying to figure out why someone who seemed so sure of themselves is now coming back into your life, like they got hit with a massive reality check? If you're feeling a crazy shift in the energy around you and don't know how to handle it, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into one of the most intense spiritual lessons, the Tower Moment. You'll find out why this powerful card showed up, what it means for your journey, and how it's tied to someone connected to your energy who's facing a huge collapse of their old beliefs. This isn't random. It's a spiritual turning point that demands truth, vulnerability, and transformation. By the end, you'll get the weight of this Tower Moment and why it's bringing this person back. You'll learn how to navigate this heavy energy with ease and clarity, embracing the truth without fearing change. This understanding will help you make sense of their return and keep your balance without losing yourself. Take a deep breath, open your heart to the message, and stick around to the end, because this insight might be the key to understanding the changes happening in your connection. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Spiritual Universe channel for more content for your journey. The first point is the epiphany, a revelation that shakes you to your core. Picture a moment so intense it takes your breath away, a clarity that cuts like a knife and reveals a truth that weighs a ton. That's what this person's going through right now. They're in a rubble of their own choices, facing the pain of realizing how they treated you. A wave of regret hits hard, drowning them in the truth. They push away the person who loved them most. It wasn't some small mistake. It's a soul-deep hurt coming from a raw place, ego, fear, and old wounds that never healed. Out of fear of opening up, they let pride blind them. They thought pushing you away was safer than embracing the light you brought into their life. By rejecting you, they didn't just lose a person, they lost a pure, healing, transformative love. Now, staring at the pieces of what's left, they're feeling the weight of what they did. The universe is showing that this Tower Moment, this mess that tore down the walls they built, isn't punishment. It's a divine intervention, meant to clear out the lies and reveal the sacred truth. This breakdown was necessary, a push to wake their heart up to what they had, what they lost, and what it really meant. It's not just about feeling bad. It's about seeing you clearly for the first time, recognizing the depth of your love, and realizing how wrong they judged you. It's a humbling lesson that strips away the ego and demands they face their own heart. They're at a crossroad between sinking into remorse or rising with truth and sincerity. The universe is guiding them to embrace this transformation, learn from their mistakes, and value the love they didn't honor before. Drop in the comments. Have you ever had an epiphany like this or seen someone realize what they lost? Right? I choose truth, to show you're all in for clarity and healing. Stay tuned for more. The second point is the awakening, a painful but powerful turning point. Imagine standing at the edge of everything you believed, only to feel the ground shake and pull you toward change that's scary but necessary. That's what's happening with this person. An awakening that rattles the core of who they are. It's not a gentle nudge. It's a heavy revelation that challenges everything they thought was true. They're facing the reality that love, especially one that seemed fleeting, never really goes away. They're starting to see that love doesn't vanish just because it was pushed away by fear or pride. Instead, it lingers, grows, and screams louder over time, forcing them to confront the weight of their feelings and choices. This process isn't just emotionally intense. It's humbling. It's like peeling back layers of protection and realizing that every time they denied the connection, it only got stronger. The truth of your bond is louder than their pride, deeper than their fears, and shines with clarity they can't ignore anymore. They thought they could run, bury, or rationalize it, but love finds a way to seep through the cracks, no matter how hard they try to seal them. This awakening is powerful because it's not just about recognizing love. It's about tearing down old patterns of denial. They're seeing that real transformation doesn't come from avoiding pain, but from embracing it. In this vulnerable state, they're admitting that love isn't a mistake or a weakness. It's a call to grow beyond old limits. It was a fight. But by surrendering, they're discovering that the power lies in letting their heart open, heal, and grow. Drop in the comments if you've ever tried to bury a love only to see it come back stronger, or throw out in love never fades to show you're connected to this truth. The third point is the mask falling, a truth coming to light. After everything crashed, they acted fast, almost without thinking, trying to prove everything was fine. They dove headfirst into something new, thinking that faking happiness would convince everyone and themselves that they'd moved on. It was a performance, a band-aid slapped on a wound still raw. They smiled in public, posted carefree moments, flaunted a new relationship like it was a win. To outsiders, it looked like they moved on without a hitch. But inside, their soul was heavy, weighed down by a grief they wouldn't admit. It wasn't joy, it was anger and denial. All of it was an attempt to prove to you, to themselves, and to the world that they were better off without you. But the truth? It was all a front. Behind the forced smiles, there was a storm of confusion and pain. They tried to convince themselves that if they ran fast enough, they wouldn't have to face the void you left. But no distraction, no new bond could erase that emptiness. The act couldn't hold up. Over time, cracks started showing. In quiet moments, memories of you came flooding back, even as they tried to hold them at bay. They're realizing that healing doesn't come from distraction or denial. It comes from facing the pain head-on, feeling it and growing. The mask is falling, revealing the vulnerability they try to hide. The universe is showing that this moment is crucial. They're starting to understand that running from pain only delays the inevitable. The happiness they tried to show was never real, and the love they tried to replace wasn't true. Drop in the comments. Have you ever tried to pretend everything was fine, only to feel the truth come crashing back? The fourth point is the realization and regret when the mask finally cracks. There comes a time when the illusions we build start to crumble, and for them, that time is now. It might have been a vivid dream, an unexpected message in a spiritual reading, or a wave of emotion that caught them off guard. Whatever it was, it hit like a tsunami, tearing down the walls of denial they built around their heart. For so long, they convinced themselves they'd moved on. They dove into new bonds, kept busy with distractions, faked a happiness that wasn't there. But in quiet moments, when the world's noise faded, the truth showed up. Despite everything, the void you left stayed there, untouched, irreplaceable. The universe is making it clear. It wasn't about moving on or finding new love. It was about running from the pain of losing you. They tried to cover the sadness with fake joy, but nothing filled the hole where your energy was. Now, facing this truth, they can't deny what their heart always knew. This realization hurts, but it's necessary. It's a confrontation with the fact that love can't be replaced. The space you left isn't just a memory. It's a presence that echoes in their thoughts and feelings. The mask is cracked and they're face to face with the truth. The love they tried to bury is back, demanding to be recognized. It's not just regret. It's their heart seeing the truth. The universe is guiding them to accept that what they want isn't a fresh start with someone else, but a reconnection with the love they lost. This clarity is the start of a journey toward authenticity, of understanding that you can't pretend you didn't leave a mark on their soul. The fifth point is a karmic connection, an empty search. Sometimes, after a loss, we grab onto anything that feels familiar, anything that soothes the emptiness. That's what they did. They found someone who, at first glance, reminded them of you. Maybe a laugh, a comforting vibe, a shared interest. It seemed like the perfect fix, a quick patch for a wound too deep to heal so fast. But over time, they saw the happiness didn't come. The truth is, this new connection was just a shadow, a hollow imitation of what you two had. They tried to convince themselves they were happy, that this was the fresh start they needed. They smiled, pretended, but their heart knew it wasn't true. The universe is showing. This karmic connection wasn't love. It was a test, a lesson to face unresolved patterns. It wasn't about finding someone new. It was about realizing you can't replace something so deep. The harder they tried to make the pieces fit, the clearer it became that it wasn't the love they were after. Even in intimate moments with this new person, their thoughts drifted back to you. A scent, a song, a phrase that reminded them of your connection. Their heart is tied to you, bound by a bond no new thing can erase. This empty search only left them more disconnected, more aware of the void only you could fill. The universe is asking them to stop running, face the pain, and recognize that some connections are one of a kind. Drop in the comments. Have you ever tried to fill a void with something that seemed right, but wasn't right? I release what doesn't serve me to show you're ready to let go of what isn't real. The sixth point is a growing realization, a love that won't quit. There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the truth can't be hidden anymore. For this person, that moment's here. The universe is revealing a powerful awakening. No matter how hard they try to run, their love for you stands firm, unshaken. Before, they thought moving on was the answer, filling their days with new connections and distractions to silence the longing. But the heart doesn't lie. It started with subtle things, a random thought about you, a song that brought back buried emotions, a quiet moment where your presence felt real. At first, they tried to brush it off, but over time it got stronger, clearer, impossible to ignore. The more they ran, the more this love chased them, refusing to stay quiet. It's like the universe orchestrated a symphony, bringing you back through dreams, synchronicities, and memories that hit without warning. Now, they're at a crossroads between accepting or resisting. The truth isn't a whisper anymore. It's an echo that follows them. They're starting to see that this love isn't some fleeting crush. It's a deep connection that demands to be acknowledged. This weight is real, carrying the certainty that love doesn't vanish just because they wanted it to. The universe is showing that this truth is getting louder, forcing them to face their own fears. They're beginning to understand that running from love only brings more loss, and the connection they try to deny is alive, pulsing in their soul. This process isn't easy. Admitting that their attempts to move on were pointless takes humility and courage. The universe is guiding them to see that true love doesn't waver, even with pride or fear in the way. Drop in the comments. Have you ever tried to erase a love only to see it come back stronger? Or throw out in love never fades, to affirm that real love stands the test of time. The seventh point is the inner conflict, torn between love and fear. Picture standing at a crossroads where every path feels daunting. One leads to love and truth, the other's guarded by fear and pride. That's exactly where they are now. Caught in a tug-of-war between the love they still feel and the fear of dismantling the life they carefully built. This conflict isn't just a passing thought. It's a force pulling them in two directions. The universe is showing that their heart can't ignore the truth anymore. The love for you never left. It was there, even with all the barriers they put up. The feelings they thought they'd buried are coming back with a force they can't hold back. They're seeing that no amount of pride or pretense erase your true connection. But fear holds them back. Fear of opening up, of admitting the mistakes that led to the separation, of tearing down the comfortable but empty life they built without you. They tried to convince themselves that moving on was the right call, but deep down, they knew it was more about protecting their ego than healing their heart. Now, facing this truth, they're at a pivotal moment. Will they embrace the love that's still alive, even if it means risking the walls coming down? Or will they cling to the illusion of independence, keeping their heart closed to avoid losing pride? The universe is showing they're closer to accepting, to recognizing that the love never faded. It was just buried under fear and stubbornness. The urge to reconnect with you is getting impossible to ignore. It's a call to return to the truth of their heart. Drop in the comments how you handle authenticity in your life. Or write, "I choose authenticity," to show you're all in for living with truth. In the end, this journey is about letting go of illusions and embracing who you really are. No masks, no pretending. This person is at a crucial moment, on the edge of a major realization. The universe is calling them to choose love over fear, truth over comfort, authenticity over appearances. This transformation isn't just for them. It's for you too. The universe wants you to stay strong, open, and receptive while this change unfolds. Remember, growing takes courage, both to face your fears and to hold space for someone else to do the same. Keep standing firm in your healing, and trust that the energy you cultivate within you creates waves of transformation around you. Take a moment to reflect. How do you choose to be authentic in your life? Drop in the comments or write, "I choose authenticity," to lock in that commitment. If this message hit home, like, share, and subscribe to the Spiritual Universe channel. Your support helps us grow and bring this message to those who need it. Stay tuned for the next video, because your journey toward truth is just getting started.